Hey guys, welcome to another segment of Chai with Charity. You know, last week I was talking a little bit about fighting for your marriage when it seems like it is broken, irreparable, so far gone. It's okay to stay and fight. But this week I just wanted to talk a little bit about what fighting looks like. So when I first decided that I was going to stay and fight for my marriage, I kind of did this like noble declaration, I'm gonna fight for my marriage. And it was a good and noble gesture that I declared this, and I set out on this quest to save my marriage. At this point in time, Matt did not want to save our marriage. He pretty much felt like it was over, it was done, there was really no reason to even try anymore, that it was just too far gone. But I did the noble thing and said, no, I'm gonna save it. I think we can make this work. And from there I started doing all these things that I thought were fighting. I text him every day, multiple times a day. I love you, I'm thinking about you, I'm fighting for us, I believe in us, all those kind of things, multiple times a day. And at first I'd get some cordial response, but then after a week of it, and so it was like no response. He wouldn't even respond to my texts anymore, and then at some point he would start texting me back to be like, stop it, it's over, move on, get over it. It was just kind of like I was turning into this crazy woman. And on top of that, I would call multiple times a day. I would cry. I would fall apart if a new thing was revealed in the whole drama. And I just became this like needy, obsessive type wife that was, what I didn't realize was one of the most unattractive things that I could have been. But in my mind I was fighting, I was holding on like with these claws that was just like, and here, instead of it drawing Matt back, it was actually pushing Matt away. I mean, it made him want to claw his way out the door even more. And so I got this great advice that really was one of the hardest things that I could have accepted, and realized that I was actually doing more harm by doing all those things than good. And so I had to really just change my game plan a little bit, and I stopped all of that. And at that point, fighting for my marriage looked a lot like letting it go. So I stopped texting him completely. I stopped calling. I stopped asking where he was. I was pleasant when he did contact me and we did see each other or he was around. I would just like swallow all of that like obsessive, compulsive, like, you know what you're talking, if you're a woman, you know what I'm talking about. But I just had to swallow that and smile. And the best way to describe it is I had to become the person that I was when we were dating. I had to kind of play that coy, like aloof, and just kind of put a little bit of mystery back into who I was. And it's one of the hardest things that you could ever do, but it was one of the smartest things I did, because something happened. Suddenly I was not this groveling, out of control, needy person anymore. All of a sudden I was bringing respect back to myself, but then I was also giving Matt the room that he needed to remember what we used to have. And so fighting for your marriage doesn't always look like what fighting should look like. Sometimes fighting looks like letting go.